Welcome back, Nerdy. Welcome back, chat. Welcome back, gamers. We are just about ready to bring it into our third place match of the day, Ancoboy versus Ral. Nerdy, what are your expectations for this match? What do you think?
Yeah, I
Go on.
mean, this is an exciting match. Like we said, we've seen both these players in this exact match before, not necessarily against each other, but in third place matches of their own. Raul has got fourth in that. Unfortunately, he did not take the victory, and Ancoboy did take third place. Again, not they weren't playing each other; these are different seasons. But my point is, they've been in the third place match both before. I think this could go, of course, either way. I don't know. I feel like there's maybe a little bit of an advantage here for Ancoboy having more time to kind of like, just kind of relax and calm down after that last game. We did get a little bit of a break there for Rao, so hopefully he can, sort of fix his mental. I think this first match is going to be kind of telling if the mentals have gotten to either player, right? This first
Yeah.
seed. Um, I don't know how much it would impact their play. It's definitely possible some players would not find it that tilting, or not have the tilt get to them and make them play worse. But I definitely think that it is challenging to do a third place match from that perspective. But in either
Yeah.
case, there's still money on the line, right? And there's still like a placement on the line. And getting third is very impressive in any tournament. And so I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for a good match, and I'm hoping we see some good Minecraft.
Yeah. Completely agree. I mean, still third in this lineup, third, even getting top 16 here, making it through qualifiers, getting in the top 12, very impressive. Watched a video the other day. I think there's 5 or 6,000 ranked players in season 5, so you're already top 0.5% even being here in the playoffs. Top 16, top 0.2%, something like that. So very, very impressive from everybody playing. And let's throw it into the player profiles, see what the win-loss, basically, kind of the only thing we look at nowadays. And that's very one-sided. 12 and
Wow,
3.
interesting. That's interesting because obviously Raul does have a good win rate. That's interesting that Ancoboy maybe is a bit of his kryptonite. But like we've said before, the win loss against opponent. I mean, obviously it does matter, but it's just a totally different scenario going in the third place match. There's a lot more to play. There's a lot more to play for, right? There's a lot more on the line. Each you have to play the same person back to back, and each match sort of influences the next. So I I I think it's going to be interesting. I don't think this is going to be a landslide. I'd be surprised if we got a landslide one way or the other. Meanwhile, Ral with also very very good stats. Unfortunately, that 3 to 12 is the only thing that I think is concerning here for Ral enjoyers. But hopefully, that's something that's just either I don't know variance or something that just it won't impact the third place match here.
Yeah, I mean, it is very, very telling. 15 games of sample size, Raul's only been able to take 3, whether that's, just some sort of mental block playing Ancoboy, or you've just gotten unlucky on those seeds, because all the other stats very similar, average time, win percentage, all, very, very comparable. But I mean, your opponent really doesn't like affect how you play. Surely it really shouldn't at all. Like if you just play on anonymous mode, it doesn't, obviously they can't change what your single player world experience is, but maybe like, the speed that they get the advancements maybe forces you to play a little bit out of your comfort zone, and then you make more mistakes as a result. Who knows?
Right, right. But in either case, we have a buried treasure to play, banning shipwreck and temple. So we're going to be playing a rune portal and a village as well. I think this makes sense. They're trying to get rid of the low food seeds. It seems like to me. You still have RP, but rune portals are fun. They're fast. Keeping the buried treasure in the rune portal that's what I like to see. I like seeing those. So I'm excited to see this match. This is gonna be good. And yeah.
Yep, another room portal going to be on the deck for the first 3 seeds. And village BT, no shipwreck, pretty expected ban, and I'm ready to just get in the match.
Let's do
Even
this.
BT is a little random too. Like, do you get TNT? Do you get like shears? Even sometimes, like some BTs can be pretty low quality. Some village overworlds are just like better quality enters, better good pace, good quality.
Absolutely. And here we go. Going into the seed, we will find out shortly what the seed has to offer.
Both runners
And
heading towards the spike. Up a hill here. Is this kind of awkward?
a little bit weird. Morale seems to be confident. It is in this chunk.
So is
Ancoboy as
Ancoboy.
well. Always nice when you don't need to, swim
And there's the
underneath the water.
TNT. Enough iron, enough gold for some trades, for a gold pick maybe even. Room portal in the water there. I think Raul was considering it, but the tree's a little far away.
And
So
now
we'll
we
see
have
where these runners go.
5 food also this match. So, not the
Little,
worst, not the best. It's okay.
it's a
It
little
depends
low.
on the nether.
Yeah.
It depends on what this nether looks like. Maybe if we get an SSV and lots of wither skeletons, that could be a problem. But it could also be a non-issue entirely. So I'm
Yeah.
curious. Neither runner
Notably,
looks like
Ancoboy did. Oh, there's first try Flint. I was gonna say Ancoboy did blow up trees next to the gravel, so he did get
nice.
Flint
Nice
at the
overlap.
expense of blocks. He does only have 52 dirt. Raul has
Mm.
64. It really shouldn't matter, but it is a little bit of a difference. And that time save also didn't really matter because it was just first try Flint from Raul. And Raul did this portal wrong. I think he thought it was 1 deep. This is a little scuffed. I think he handled it, but it's some time loss. And he didn't fully correctly handle it. Has to grab a lava here and then another water source.
There we go.
So a little bit of a scuff 2x1. Maybe thought it was 1 deep. Maybe misplaced the door. Didn't get a block in the way in time.
In either case, Ancoboy now a little bit ahead. Not too much, but
Yeah.
a little bit. And we have a treasure bastion, so we'll have to see. This could be this is a route. Sometimes we do see some damage taken, right, from the players. So could be an issue, but likely that they will be able to handle this pretty well.
Yeah, they've both taken very similar terrain here. I don't know if either runner's seen the fort, but that's definitely something that could come into play. We saw that come into play in Raul's match yesterday versus Automat. Saved a lot of time on a treasure seed finding a fort. Saw it come into play in the Dougal versus Hax seed, or Dougal versus Dougal versus not Hax, Dougal versus Raul seed earlier today, just last match.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a treasure, and Dougal still got lost. So very possible to always just go different ways to the fort.
And
So we'll have to wait and see what these runners do.
we now have there's 27 gold. Absolutely beautiful. The runner is just setting up the standard treasure route here, trying to
It looks like
use it
Ancoboy's
as
having a little bit of an issue with some pigment pathing, but tried to fix it with some gravel and figured it out pretty well. But otherwise, yeah, just standard treasure. Not much to really comment on here. Just gonna see when these runners are gonna leave, how they're gonna head towards the fort. Do they even know where the fort is? Are we gonna break the spawner and Pyre? What's the decision gonna be? Just gonna have to wait till we get to that point in the run.
and
What's the Obsidian looking like?
couple from
11
the
so
chest
far.
here.
Yeah, definitely gonna be good. Rouse at 17, hasn't even fully checked any of his trades. Gonna Pearl Hang out to just some terrain. And the trades are there. The trades are very nice. Ancoboy, gold elevatoring some trades there. But where are we heading for this fort? Does Raul know where it is? Is he just sending a quadrant? Looks like he's looking. And he does, I think, see it back there. So it was probably visible off of home portal. Must have just missed it. He seemed very confident in those pearls. That one barely didn't miss. Looked pretty bad, but gets it there on the fort. And he is a couple pearls ahead of Ancoboy's position.
Yeah.
But look at this. Is Ancoboy in a different fort? Or is this the same?
I thought this was the
I think
same
he's
fort,
I
but
think
it
he's
might
in a
be
different fort. I think
I'm not
Ancoboy's in a
sure.
different fort. I think he went a different way out of this treasure, found a second fort. In a crimson, Raw in a basalt, Ancoboy's in a bad
Yeah.
part. All signs point to difference.
I think you're right.
And look at this. Ancoboy, the bad part of the fortress leading to the good part, instantly walled off here by more of the bad part of the fort. So we have to go out of the fortress here to
Yeah,
try
this
to
is
find a
totally
spawner.
different. You're totally right. Yeah, look at this. Totally different. And this, unfortunately, I mean, this could, if we get two different strongholds and one is just absolutely terrible, like, I mean, that could just
I
be
mean,
game.
terrain, stronghold nav, all the above.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much variance now in the seed. It's completely unclear who's ahead, who's going to have the lead leaving, and if they're going to be able to keep that lead. Because Ral has now just found a spawner. Ral has a double spawner, though, I think.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, that's definitely going to be a big help for Ral here. Yeah, everything's just totally different. I don't even know. They're playing a different seed now at this point.
Yeah.
Of course, it is
Ral's gonna
possible
get...
that, you know, the stronghold's right in between them and they both have the eye point towards them, but
I don't know if you've
we'll have to
ever
see.
seen a separate fort, same stronghold in a playoffs before. I mean, we rarely ever see separate forts.
Yeah, it's going to be very rare, I think. Yeah, because you need to be in different quadrants, and then the quadrants, you know, put your portals just so far away from each other once you go back to the overworld, right? But
Yeah.
in either
Ral
case,
cranking this
we'll have
spawner,
to wait and
though.
find out.
At 5, at 6 already. I don't know how many Ancoboy's at. I thought he was at his spawner first, but Ral's got 9 explosives crafted. Crafting ground zero bars as well, and he's going to be able to blind for his first portal. So is Ancoboy, though, but look at this. Ancoboy, 2 rods only. His spawner cranked much slower, got there slower. Not sure what happened. And look at this, Ral, 700, but he's got to throw a second eye to confirm how far away is it going to be for Ancoboy. Oh, Ral's second eye gives him that confirmation, 1700 instead. Ancoboy looks bad, though, as well. But they are going to different strongholds, Nerdy. See it on the Nimbot. Ancoboy neg pause, Ral neg neg. But they both have very similar distance issues. The only notable difference, though, look at this overworld plays. Ancoboy desert, Ral mountain. So Ral's got 3 steak, 1 salmon, 1 mutton. Ancoboy has no food. And Ral got 1 more rod. He's able to leave. Has food, can dodge hunger resets, can throw more pearls.
There we have it. There's 1 rod. Up to 3 now for Ancoboy, and it's just not. It's just
He
not
needs
enough.
2 more. Maybe he gets 2 more here. Gets 1 more. Can he get the second? He does.
Go.
Maybe he has better terrain. Looks very open the way he's pearling. But Ral as well looks very open here.
Both looking open. Let's
Ancoboy
see.
notably can only pearl 1 more time. That Nimbot still says 144 away. Pearls will only kind of get you around 80 blocks, so he's going to try to do some parkour here as Ral's digging to cords.
We'll have to see if these strongholds are, you know, are they going to be, is one going to be much better than the other, right? And so that's going to be the question we'll have to find out. And we'll say all this digging is not good. Ooh, Ancoboy, though, taking, oh, man, on 1.5 heart, scaring
But
me
he's
a little
at
bit
cords
here.
right now, very, very close to it.
Both of them, I think. Yeah, look at this. Ral building the
Ral
portal.
is building as well. Ral has no food, doesn't have to hunger reset. Gonna come down to the preemptive, though. Are these running gonna get clean spikes? Ral missing. Could just be a Y level issue. He threw 2 eyes.
Yeah.
Very rare
39
to
is not
miss
the
off
Y.
of 2 eyes. Maybe he was off by 1 block coordinates, 2 blocks coordinates, we'll see. But Ancoboy in the stronghold first. Because of this situation, he does have to hunger reset, but Ral's got to get into the stronghold, like, now.
What's going on here with Ral?
Witch, spider. Not good. Ancoboy, there's light here. Is this PR? No. But he's going to commit to the direction.
I'm not sure what's going on with Ral here.
Ral's poisoned.
He's doing a lot of digging here. Like,
he's made another eye. He's probably going to hunger reset this poison away. Yeah, he's still digging to cords. His Nimbot still says that he's far away. I think maybe misread a coordinate, misplaced an obsidian.
Wait,
yeah, now he's in. Yeah, so he didn't mismeasure, just miss like red cords. Or misplaced just a little bit. So he's in, and this is a different stronghold. So Ancoboy's nav, very, very weird. Ral could bring it home. with a faster preemptive. Still no portal room on the table for Ancoboy.
Let's see.
There it is for
the portal
Ral.
room.
There it is
There
for
it is for
Ancoboy.
Ral. Wow.
Ancoboy has
Oh
to
my
hunger
goodness.
reset. Ral can get in.
I think he's in. And that's
He's
what we were
ahead.
saying. Just
looking
better
at
stronghold
timers.
for Ral.
Looking at timers on stream delay. Ancoboy 1 second behind on the stream delay.
Okay.
So Ral's still a little ahead, but not by much. Front 1 and 8. What Y level are we pushing here? 92 for Ral. 96 for Ral.
Ancoboy.
Has to go for it as well. Ral gets the bet off on 96. That's enough KB to get it up. He doesn't have a crossbow. It's 3 beds.
And Ancoboy's
Ancoboy
dead.
falls off of it. He pushed too far. Couldn't get it done. Ral clutches the 0. And that's seed 1 out of the way. In favor of Ral.
Wow. And I mean, that's really, I mean, that's mainly, well, I mean, you know, obviously the zeros, but the stronghold also is huge for Ral there, just much better.
Yeah, even though he fully missed, right?
Right.
Fully missed, just had the better nav, had the food as well from different overworld blinds, had that stake, didn't have to hunger reset at the end there.
Yeah.
Was able to enter the end 3 seconds faster, and that would have been, 50 seconds faster if he built his portal in the right spot.
Right. Absolutely incredible stuff from both runners. Some mistakes, like Anchorboy messing up the 0 a little bit there. I think throwing a pearl, not realizing that he needed to do the front 1 and 8, but still well played overall to him. Ral able to, miss the stronghold and recover it still, I think is, a good sign that maybe his mental is he's got some fortitude going on. You know what I mean? I think that's good, and great first round, very close. That's what I like to see both runners not taking I guess taking a death at the end, but playing very well throughout for both runners, and I hope that we see more close games like that.
I mean, exactly correct, Nerdy. Like, apart from just the miss for Ral, I mean, both runners played that seed well. It was just they were playing 2 different seeds basically.
Yeah,
which is very, very interesting to see that the pace was so close, and Ancoboy just unfortunately choking the 0 at the end a little bit, and Ral very, very clean, 96 Y height on the front 1 and 8. So can't say he didn't earn the win. Got that 0 done. Ancoboy would have had a very hard time catching up, if not impossible, entering the end just a little bit slower there since Ral pushed to 96. So let's see what we have in store, Nerdy, for our second seed. It is the Ruin Portal. I just want a looting sword. It's not.
one day. It's a 5. Seriously though, it is a 5%, right? Is that the actual number? It's what for some reason I remember it
5?
being a 5% having a looting sword in it of some kind. I don't know. Is that right at all?
Like each sword being looting, or like any looting sword in general?
Just having a looting sword in it. Does anyone know? I remember.
I have no idea. It's also probably slightly lower because rank doesn't have to filter for the chest and the chest having like.
That's a good point actually.
A
That's
light
very good
and
point.
completable stuff in there.
Right. But
I know it does
case,
yeah.
We'll see. We will see. I believe we'll get the looting sword one day, Feinberg. One day. We have seen lots of swords, just no looting swords.
There we go. No bucket here. Gonna be a fast overworld potentially. Please. What is that? I can't read. Something one.
Something one. It's a fire aspect. Wait, no, it's not. No, that's not necessarily.
I don't think it's looting. I'm looking at the sheep drops. I don't think it's looting.
Interesting. I wonder if they're gonna throw it out. Yeah, it looks like Ral got rid of it.
Throw it out. I'm breaking. That's unfortunate. We lost another 50-50.
That is possibly the biggest heartbreak of all time right there. We, once again...
But this is a fast overworld, though. This is very fast. Sub 1 potentially from Ral. Ancoboy a little bit more grabbing food, maybe a little slower, a little more out of the way. But Ral's got the gold block, got his crafting table back, and he's in sub 1.
Beautiful. And now we
are close to the Bastion.
Another here.
Not on the Bastion, though, so a little bit of travel time. Sub 7 Dream might be dead.
Well, sub 8 is still possible.
I see the fort. I think the fort's next to the Bastion. We'll see. Ancoboy losing a lot of time in this overworld, though.
Ooh,
20,
Piglin.
25 seconds. And Ralph's handling the terrain to this treasure. Fort just a couple pearls away. And treasure, if they don't have to go lower, if they get everything from upper, very fast route potentially. Could be at this fort.
Some shake
Sub
of the
4.
mouse here from Ancoboy. Not happy with how he's
How
playing
he
or
played?
something. And,
I don't know.
I wonder if the tilt could be getting to him. Hopefully not, as he is still very close to Ral.
But notably, Ral,
No!
issue. Cutting
Oh,
back
man.
though, not bad. Can eat a mutton early as well to try to save some health. 4 hearts, very scary in this treasure. Even if played optimally, pigs can come from nowhere. So he's going to take the time, eat 1 mutton, has the time to do so. There we go. As Ancoboy heads up to this treasure.
And now we have...
Ancoboy also on 4 hearts though. Notably, potentially riskier. 1.5, but he's going to dodge, getting 1 last hit in, and should be safe up here with the 5 mutton. Ral down to 3.
now have Ancoboy just still holding the sword, which is a bit interesting. I wonder if he'll get rid of that.
I mean, maybe wanted to use it as distraction for the piglins, so maybe we'll
True,
get rid of it
true.
soon. Definitely isn't looting. Confirmed by chat, confirmed by the fact that Ralph threw it out. Definitely don't think you'd throw out a looting sword.
Now we have, solid amount of solid routing from both runners. Nothing too crazy here. Is standard treasure. Have you
Yeah,
seen the fort?
really,
I feel like I have not seen the fort, so I wonder if we'll get a lower treasure in order to break the spawner, in order to use the pyre, in order to find the fortress.
there's really no way for anything crazy to happen here.
Oh, but speaking of which,
And the fort is
there we
just right
go.
there, and this is a sub 4 fort for Ral. Ancoboy will follow soon behind, but he still needs a little bit more trades, only 15 pearls.
There we go. Hanging the pearl. He is behind though.
And he was behind on the overworld behind entering. A
Man,
lot
Ral
of
though.
strays for Ral, but I
A little
mean,
scary.
we've seen runners. We saw Dougal say he doesn't like going for strays in general. So are we going to see Ral avoid these, or is he going to play for it? I mean, low food situation. You have a gold axe. I'm not sure if it's mending or unbreaking. It's still got some good durability on it, though. Might be an unbreaking golden axe here. I think it must be. And he is playing for a pretty good amount of these strays.
Meanwhile, Anchorboy is into the fortress, turning his runner distance down, unlike Ral.
I would say once. I mean, Ral might not want to. Maybe he's just playing the strays that are accessible and is then going to go back to the spawner.
Oh,
Ancoboy playing the strays as well here. But you have to deal with the Wither Skellies. You have 1 mutton for Ancoboy. Not sure what the food situation is like for Ral.
yep.
But you have to handle these blazes. You have to be smart about it. He gets that
Oh,
block off on the Wither Skeleton.
Anchorboy takes a fall there. And that is not ideal. Having to pearl up, use some more of that food, or health
Handling
rather.
skeletons, handling Wither Skeletons. Ancoboy in a
Oh, this
very
is
precarious
not good
situation.
here. Anchorboy just...
Skeleton did just shoot a Wither Skeleton. Ral is blinding on, I'm not sure how many rods, maybe 7.
Skeleton to his left. This is just really not good, and that is not good. Once again, having
He's in the
to
lava
build
again.
up.
Wow.
He's gonna pearl up on 1 heart.
It's just
Scary stuff
scary. I
here.
mean, any blaze spawns right now, he's dead.
Whether
Any
a skeleton,
skeleton needs to
it's
watch
just
his
so much. He's
fire
playing
as
so
well, but he's
risky.
playing with full confidence here.
I mean, these risks could pay off.
I think Ral is also on no food, but Ral has many more hearts.
I'm just terrified here for Anchorboy.
But he's
He's
getting in
running
the overworld
blind.
nerdy. He will be able to blind out. Ral is heading to coordinates right now on sub A pace. Throwing one pearl. Potentially throwing
two.
another one. He's got the health for it. Ancoboy measuring 2 eyes at once here. New strategy. And look
oh
at
my
this.
God.
He's on half a heart from the fall damage from the portal. He is going to go grab those eyes down here.
Imagine a Trident guy here.
Looked like he was going to avoid it, and he's going to do an Ocean Hunger reset. The Soul Sand pushing him up, but this is a very smart play from Ancoboy.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well done, and hits a pearl.
Raul's in the stronghold. It might not matter. All these plays.
Looking for an exposed portal room here. It's Ocean, but potentially unexposed. He's still looking for it. Doing preemptive from above as well. Very smart idea.
Knows it has to be lower since it's not exposed.
It's not that library.
Checking that.
Yeah, looking for the light source.
Zombies.
Now this is scary.
This
3
is
hearts.
very, very scary. Yeah, look at this.
Is it here?
A lot of
Raul really likes this direction, but it's so far. And Ancoboy.
Oh, Ancoboy.
What happened?
I don't know.
And he's giving up?
I think he might have missed the stronghold. I'm actually just not sure.
He's got grass at the bottom of his 1x2. I mean, if you look at his Nimbot, he's got 2 offsets. He didn't want to throw a second eye, so I think it's the second offset, and he is just refusing to continue playing. And Raul is going for 0 in just a second here, so it might not matter anyways, but Raul could have still died in the stronghold. Raul could still die on the 0. But Ancoboy choosing to not continue playing. Good pearls from Raul on the 0. Yeah, I almost want Raul to die because it would be a very funny situation.
Yeah, I don't know what
but
would
I
happen.
Just don't think he's going to choke the 0. He's getting ready to craft something, but the crafting table instantly blows up.
This is very sketchy stuff.
He's fine though. He's got explosives. Yeah, there. And maybe he was trying to craft a bow in between cycles for double beds. I see the vision, but I mean, wouldn't have mattered anyways. Ancoboy would not have been able to catch up that time, but he did. Opt to stop playing. Raul hit the 0. Not sub 7 or sub 8 pace, or sub 9, I guess, but a 9-10 from Raul. And potentially on the way to a 3-0 in this best of 5.
Is Raul able to take this? I mean, a very strong start for him. Unfortunately, Ancoboy missing the stronghold. And, I mean, that's basically GG as long as Raul does what he did. And so, this is a very, 2-0. Now, Ancoboy has been in this situation before. We talked about last seed. He has brought back, he has had reverse sweeps before. It's happened before, so definitely not entirely against, we've seen it before. Is it possible he can do it again? I don't know. He does seem a little bit tilted right now, which is understandable. Very frustrating to be in this position, but at the same time, he's not out yet, and there's still more to play.
Yeah, I mean, the reverse sweep can happen. It's just, can you fight that mental back? You already lost 1 best of 5 today. You're 1 seed away from losing another if you're in Ancoboy's position. And you have to win 3 in a row to win that 3rd place trophy. And you are still fighting for the prize money, the trophy, and the pride.
Absolutely.
So it is very, very much still a lot on the line. And we are going to send it over to our Fulham mid-match analysis to break down those last 2 seeds. And then we will be right back here with seed 3 of our 3rd place match. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, chat, and welcome to the mid-match analysis of the 3rd place playoff match. This is a pretty interesting one. We are currently at 2 seeds to 0. And let's walk ourselves through exactly what happened. In seed number 1, we saw a small mistake from Raul pretty early on, just deciding to place this door down here. I just presume it was a mechanical mix-up, likely. Also, placing that lava right at the bottom there was a tiny little bit of a mistake as well. Spending a little bit more time in this portal than probably would have wanted to. As we can see in the background, that Ancoboy has indeed entered the nether much earlier than Raul did for this seed. However, Raul was able to make some pretty smart plays and have a good comeback in this seed. And this is one of those big reasons here. Ancoboy and Raul both pearled on top of the treasure here, as we're about to see. However, notice at this point, this is where the decision is made. Now, potentially, Raul saw something at the start of the seed which led him to turn right at this junction. However, Ancoboy, as we're about to see, uses the wide macro and notices in the distance just over here that there is, in fact, a fortress very far in the distance in this location. You can use that planar fog to be able to see it. There we go. That's a much better still frame of it right here. We can see this fortress right here, and it is a lot closer, allowing Ancoboy to make up some of the time that he lost in the bastion. So is able to pearl over there. However, it is the bad side of the fortress. So although he enters the fortress at a maybe 2, 3, 4 second disadvantage to Raul, finding the spawner took a decent while longer. Here's the Raul terrain to the fortress. Notice that rather than going left as we saw Ancoboy do, we're actually seeing Raul turn right in this situation. So, as we're about to be seeing right here, goes through this basalt, goes to a completely different fortress and substantially different stronghold as well, as we are about to see. Anco does enter the end here, and after attempting to hit the 0 cycle, Raul is ever so slightly ahead. These runners were pretty neck and neck here, but unfortunately, something that I don't know if the commentators particularly brought up, Ancoboy unfortunately entered the end on 8 render distance, meaning that as he pearled here, he didn't notice that the dragon is actually right here, circling this 1 in 8 tower. Instead, he believes that the dragon is somewhere in the distance around one of the further away towers, so throws a pearl instantly deep to try and hit the back dragon. However, as soon as he does this, he notices that the dragon circles into frame, which is something that we hadn't seen happen before. And as we see here, he throws it, notices that it's here, has to throw a pearl all the way back now. He's already gone past the fountain, so he's on the back end of the island, having to try and throw a pearl up to the 1 in 8 tower, and he unfortunately is unable to get that dragon to cooperate. Has to build up as high as he possibly can, but because of that delayed pearl and the slightly lower pearl than optimal due to the distance, he does get hit off here and struggles to be able to find anything to clutch with due to the inventory. And as we can see in the inventory, there's not really much that he can clutch with. When he traveled to the stronghold using a boat to get down towards the stronghold location, obviously these two runners went to different strongholds in this seed. The boat unfortunately broke during his travel to the stronghold, meaning that he doesn't have a boat to be able to clutch with. He does have enough HP to use one of his 2 pearls on his hotbar, but nonetheless, Raul did hit the 0 cycle, so even if he did clutch out, it wouldn't have made a substantial difference either way. So, going 1-0 into the next seed, Raul, with the advantage, with the slight lead in the seed, does make a small fumble during the bastion, having to try and clutch it out, spraying out some gold as much as he can, making sure that he's going to survive. Survival is key in this situation, and masterfully navigating his way through this bastion, even if he did take a little bit of unnecessary damage there, potentially making a slight mistake, still able to clutch it out. That is the sign of a very good runner, winning messily if required. And then the strays for Raul did very well. It felt as if those strays were really cooperating in this seed when they hadn't in previous seeds. Unfortunately for Anco, those strays had not gone quite as well. And even though we're about to see both of these runners blind at somewhat similar times, I do believe that Raul was ever so slightly ahead. Ancoboy is not far behind in this situation, but Ancoboy's food situation was substantially worse, meaning that Anco had to hunger reset underneath his ocean portal. Very nice way of doing so. However, notice at this point in time, Raul is in the I Spy, as well as 2 offsets here on the Ancoboy Ninja Brain bot. He did throw 2 eyes, as the commentators did pick up, but they were at the same time, meaning he potentially didn't want to throw a third to have to then maybe have one break, which we wouldn't have seen Raul have to get. This also means that he would have had to stay in the nether for an extra rod, and this is all substantial time loss when his opponent is actually in the I Spy. He knows that he has to play a little bit more risky in this situation because he's behind. So rather than even trying to determine which of these offsets it's actually going to be, he just sends the higher likelihood one, which is conveniently also the closer one. Notice 955 distance versus double that in 1884. Unfortunately for Ancoboy, however, after second portaling on these coordinates, he does unfortunately hit the surface, and it is pretty far away. So decides to simply give up on the rest of the run. Of course, we could have seen anything happen. However, in this situation, the expected did happen, and it was Raul to finish out the seed after finding the stronghold substantially earlier and entering the end, hitting a very good 0 cycle. This means we are currently 2-0 in this best of 5 third place matchup. Will Raul be able to see it out in a convenient fashion in a 3-0 victory, or will Ancoboy have an insane comeback? Stick around to find out. I'm going to send you guys back over to our main commentators right now, and we will see you for the rest of this third place match and the finals coming up very soon.
Thank you,
Welcome
Fulham, as
back.
always. Welcome back.
Of course,
welcome
of
back.
course. And Nerdy, I mean, maybe a bold prediction, but I think Raul just steamrolls the 3-0 here.
It's
I think
possible.
maybe
It's
the
possible.
mental's a little too in the gutter for Ancoboy. Raul's been playing very well. I mean, even apart from Ancoboy missing the stronghold, Raul still would have won that last seed. Even
Yep.
if you discount that mistake, I think he's just playing very well.
Yeah, it seems like he's gotten past the tilt from the previous match for the most part, and is playing pretty well. Ancoboy does seem, a bit tilted, a bit frustrated. Hopefully, this little break maybe helped. Maybe he could take a deep breath, grab a drink or something. I don't know. Find a way to refocus for these last 3 seeds. I will say, we have seen Ancoboy win with being 2 behind before, so always possible. But yeah, Raul. I mean, your prediction, Raul, is looking very strong right now.
Yeah, and let's see the seed pick ban. I think this is just going to be a village seed though, and then we'll get right into our seed 3. Yep, last remaining overworld is the village, and should be some good stuff. I mean, very fast 2 seeds again so far. Very fast seeds all playoffs. I'd love to see maybe some stats. Maybe we don't have them up, one of them up today, but I wonder like the average completion time in each playoffs, if it's just been getting consistently lower. Because I remember, Nerdy, I remember some round 1 or season 1 playoffs. I remember some boingy ass seeds, bro, for lack of a better word. I remember some 16-minute, 18-minute wars going on.
Yeah.
In those round of 16s in season 1 and those quarterfinals in season 1. I remember some blind travels. I remember some forfeits. I remember some 18-minute finishes. I can't remember the last time I've even seen something over like 13 minutes.
Yeah, it's wild. It's
In
wild.
bracket.
The runners have gotten a lot better. Just lots of practice. I feel like the one thing I've been noticing this playoffs is just very few 0 chokes comparatively to other seasons. Runners are just getting better. They're getting more consistent. They're getting faster, and it's fun to watch.
It is very, very fun to watch. Here's our village. I see the desert blacksmith off in the distance. Definitely a lava pool. Raul spots it in the desert here. And we've got 5 iron, 1 diamond, 1 gold. So diamond shovel, I guess. You can make shears as well. I'm not sure where the trees necessarily are, but no harm in making them. So going to come out from both runners, and there are trees actually very close. So going to be cutting back there, presumably for blocks. killing the golem, all that good stuff. And then it's more about
And-
where is the flint?
No, we have 12 bread for Ral and 15 plus some apples for Ancoboy. Oh, actually, it looks like Ral has the apples as well.
Yeah,
So
Ral's got a 2-string
perfect here.
advantage currently. Dead cat in the village.
Oh no! Oh no!
So Ral is
Oh
up
no!
1/6 of a bed.
No one saw anything. No, no. Very sad.
And Ral didn't even kill the cat. It's one of the patented Minecraft features where the jigsaw structure block for the cat spawns in just straight up in the village house. Like the cats will spawn in suffocating. It's incredible feature. But as we're focused on the cat
Nice.
thing, Ancoboy is extremely ahead here. I think he found some gravel in a cave.
Wow.
And found a different lava
Very
pool as
nice.
well. There's gravel. There's gravel on this lava pool too.
And I just would like to say, I think this is really important for Ancoboy. Getting like this little bit of a confidence boost, entering the nether like several seconds before, I think that's exactly what he needed. Like I
Yeah,
think if he
pretty
entered
significant.
later,
Mhm.
I really do. Like I think it sounds dumb, like it shouldn't matter that much, but I feel like if you are tilted, and you just get that little bit of a, of a confidence boost, maybe it can swing the momentum. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. He's probably still frustrated, but hopefully that will give him some confidence to play this seed properly.
Yep, and we are heading to the back of a stables, entering from the exposed back here. Presumably going to play a gap, as I didn't see any triples at the top. Looks like triple double at the top. So, or is it? No, this is a triple. Okay, okay. Misread the back here. Was a little terrain covered. Could potentially be triple
Well.
triple then, because I think these all did look the same to me. True Unk status showing. Apologies.
Getting some mobby, getting some gold armor. Going to be mining out these triple
Yeah, I
gold
mean,
blocks now.
Ral is on 4 hearts, but he's got the bread to heal up. It doesn't look like Ancoboy. It looks like there's only one triple here. So
Probably gonna be
maybe
playing a gap here.
yeah, I don't know. But Ancoboy bringing these pigs down to the gap, bringing the gold down to the gap. The consistency play. Very nicely done.
Yeah, good stuff there from Ancoboy.
And I mean, he is just ahead. They're both mining gold at the same time, but Ancoboy's mining the second patch of gold blocks. Ral is stuck mining the
Right.
first.
Now gonna be grabbing these extra gold blocks, potentially 6, and there's the 6th. So solid stuff here for Ancoboy. Very,
Yeah, should be
very
ahead.
good. Just like, maybe 20 seconds ahead or 15 seconds ahead or something like that. Pretty good, pretty good. And again, that's kind of what I was saying. If he's able to leave this first and enter the fortress, I mean, not only is it good just objectively from a winning the seed perspective, but I think mentally it kind of can help snowball him into a better position mentally. So
100%.
trading the gold, going for the backups here for Ral now, and just collecting the obby. We have 19 obby for Ancoboy. We've got 16
There's
pearls so
the
far, which is not bad.
20th. Yeah, just this pearl count very low. He's got 2 stray pigs. Still 56 gold to trade as well. He's going to really want to get those pigs in the bastion. Looks like Ral's leaving just to get a pearl hang off potentially. I don't know if he has everything that he needs. Is this a very ambitious pearl hang? That is a very ambitious pearl hang. But I see the vision, like what else are you doing in the bottom of this triple? Like Ancoboy, he's organizing his inventory. He's getting the trays. He's got the pearls now, but it's not like he was really doing that much. Ral getting some pretty significant action there.
And there, I mean, is he ready to go?
Yeah, he's got the 2 stacks of pearls. He's got some string. He is leaving.
Yeah, and now he's much closer to being caught up here, but
hasn't caught up all the time, but is catching some of it up. And Ancoboy threw a slightly bad pearl here, so if Ral doesn't have to build up as much, he could hit the spawner at a very, very similar time. And Similar
Oof,
level of
Raul
ad
scaring
pro from
us.
Raul. Yeah. Both these runners barely missing the spawner there. But they do end up at the same spawner. At basically the same time. So Raul, I feel like did catch up most of that Bastion time loss. Most of that overworld time loss. Seems to be gone. Ancoboy trying to boat a Blaze. He does get it in the boat. First time we've seen this all playoffs. Maybe all playoffs in general. But he's got the Blaze in a boat. And it doesn't drop the route, unfortunately. But actually smart heads up play, so the Blaze didn't fall out. Or go down away from the spawner. I don't know how to explain that, but that was cool. That was some
Yeah, but
tech.
these runners are just completely neck and neck here, as we have 4 rods for Ancoboy, 4 rods for Raul.
Yeah, and I mean, they're playing the same spawner, so you're going to get very similar spawn cycles, very similar spawn rates, all that stuff, assuming the Blaze beds came out, which they did for both runners. But it feels like, I think Ancoboy, yeah, 1 Blaze ahead, and he gets that 6th one. So Raul needs 1 more Blaze, I think, for the 6th rod.
Okay.
If I've been counting correctly. And you're overlapping some of it with the measuring here, but you're not overlapping a ton of it with the measuring. And that eye is barely measurable for Ancoboy through the fancy graphic leaves. That would be not a good situation for Raul.
Wow.
But the eye breaks, so both runners are going to be needing an extra rod. Raul needing 2, Ancoboy needing 1. This is going to drop for Raul, but is the second Blaze going to? Both runners, 1 Blaze on their screen. It is. So they're both able to leave.
There we have it.
Same direction, same time. And both pearls land in this little ravine area here.
And
A little bit of difference in pearls, though.
Yeah,
Ancoboy's definitely more to the right than Raul is, but they're both pearling down here.
I mean, this is just completely neck and neck. They're just right next to each other.
I mean, Ancoboy saving just a few seconds on the dig down.
Yeah.
Getting to those chords just mentally a little bit faster, so he's going to be ahead here by literally 2 to 3 seconds. I'm looking at the stream delay, and it's very, very lined up, but he's not going to eye spy. Raul's not going to eye spy. They're both going to hit this cave, but they both find it in the cave, so legitimately in the same exact spot right now, into the stronghold. And Ancoboy needs to find somewhere to save time, because if he loses the seed, he is out of the Season 5 playoffs. And both these runners heading the same way in the stronghold. But Raul, I think, took a different turn. No portal room for either one.
Both of them.
Where's the spike? Where are we heading?
Uncertain of where to go exactly.
Who's confident? They both had the right initial idea. Well, what seemed right to both of them, but could have been wrong, or potentially a different way to get this direction. Looks like Raul is now committing to somewhere that we've seen Ancoboy in, so we know there's no portal room here, unless he commits much deeper into the stronghold. But Ancoboy's been here. I don't know if he's been this deep. We have a look into this ravine now, and there's nothing in the ravine that helps at all. Ancoboy now where Raul went at the start of this stronghold.
Oh no. Not the best stronghold here.
So both of them have cleared. Yeah, it feels like they've cleared the same areas in different orders, and so they're kind of both back to ground zero. Starter for Ancoboy, Raul going down this one direction just a little more here.
Could this be it?
But it's not this way, not that way for Ancoboy. Where is this portal room?
Down another hallway here for Ancoboy.
There's just no good looks. I mean, this looks it looks good for Ancoboy because it's new and it's a 4-way, and he's got a spike there. So does Raul. They both have good valued spikes.
Oh, he hears it.
Raul's also this direction. They are both this direction hearing the spike.
We go.
Ancoboy digs into it. Raul hears it the same spot and digs into it as well. But Ancoboy's just faster on this nav.
Can he hit the 0?
So Raul has to save like 5-6 seconds on the 0, and I don't know if it's possible. 94 for Anco. He's going to push 99 here. Gets up. He's got the crossbow and the hotbar, so if he doesn't choke the 0...
Oh, that looks really low.
Gets it off, though.
Able to make it work.
No, the X-Men race! Up to Raul now for the 3-0!
Can Raul close this out?
Clean double bed. Dragon's very high. Gets one more rotation. Height could be weird here. Not a clean double bed. He's got 2 more beds, 3 more anchors, though. Another shaky double bed. That anchor's in a weird spot. The anchor's in a weird spot now. And he gets it done.
Is it dead? I don't think. Is it not dead?
It is
No,
dead.
okay.
It is dead.
Let's make sure. We had a lot of situations that were really close.
And Raul knows this is
Raul
crazy
able to
too,
make it
because
work.
Raul knows he's in second. He tried to push that. He might think he's lost. He might in his head think it's over. And it's slowly going to set in. He just has to wait. And he's going to win. Because he knows Ancoboy finished, or was in the end
Wow.
first. But now realizes that he must have choked the 0. So Raul takes the 3-0 win in our third place match. Yeah, 15 seconds on the end. It looked closer than it was, but full 15 seconds. So even if Raul fully pushed that 0 to its limits, wasn't going to be able to make it up. But Ancoboy, like you were talking about earlier, Nerdy, not that many 0 chokes we've seen this season, but there's one of them in the most crucial seed for Ancoboy this tournament.
Absolutely. I mean,
And he just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, just very, very well played to Raul. And I mean, Ancoboy as well played that seed very, very well. You know, the 0 choke is unfortunate, but still overall a impressive, speed throughout. Bastion running, everything was very strong from Ancoboy today. It was really just those 0s that unfortunately were not quite to par. But Raul, congratulations to Raul. An absolutely massive win for him. Maybe not the first place prize that he may have been hoping to achieve, but able to finally take a podium placement, which is I mean I'm very happy for Raul. A player that we've been talking about for a long time as someone who absolutely has the capabilities skill wise of of making a placement, now able to do so in this third place match. I'm very happy for Raul, and I hope that I hope he's happy about this result.
Well, Nerdy, we're going to get to see if he's happy about this result, because we do have a post-match interview with Raul.
Boy.
Run the graphic. Run the graphic. He's in the waiting room. We'll bring him in here. Run the graphic. I'll wait for the graphic to be ran, and then I'm dragging him in. I'm holding Raul hostage. I have him on my mouse cursor right now. If I let go of left click, Raul's going to be dropped in here. And hello, Raul. How are you feeling? It was a very dominant 3-0 in the third place match. How are you feeling about your performance in that match, performance today? Anything you want to talk to us about? It's your floor.
I don't know. I feel good. I'm glad at least I didn't get tilted after the semifinals and played this well.
Yeah, no, that's super impressive.
Especially having to play like back to back.
Yeah, the last time it was hard, and
yeah,
it's really hard to play the third place when you lose if you really wanted to be in the finals. Like we've seen how Hacks was also really tilted last season.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know.
And how did
I feel good.
That 0?
Which 0?
The most recent one. It was a little bit. It was a little close.
Yeah,
like did you think you because you obviously Ancoboy entered first, right? So you kind of think that you lost already while you're going for it.
I don't know. I was just not paying attention. Like I tried to do the 3 cycles, but then my first bat was so the first 2 bats knocked the dragon so high, it was just so bad. I don't know.
I mean, you got it done. You got it done. Also, wait, one of the 0s you were trying to craft something. Were you trying to craft a bow?
Yeah, I was trying to craft the bow.
Oh, okay. We weren't sure. We weren't So
I saw the vision, and then you placed the crafting table, and in my head I'm like, that's
time.
Yeah. I saw what you were going for.
Sticks.
Like if you,
they showed sticks. I needed sticks and the crafting table.
Right.
Last time I didn't. Well, last time I had more time. If I had sticks, I would have crafted it. But yeah.
And I saw you went for the sticks, and I think you got a button instead. So it was just
yeah. I got the button. Yes, that's what happened.
Yeah. But I going for that is obviously impressive, right? Like having the mental to try to get those double beds out, because when the seeds are that close, it does matter. Like we've seen it matter. In this playoffs.
I should have just eaten on that seed. I was ahead, but I didn't have that much HP, I think, or I had 5.5 or something. I don't know. I was just scared to not have enough to pro clutch, so I wanted to do a double bet. But then I remembered that I had bread, I think, or apple. I don't remember, or steak. I had some food, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
very well played overall. I'm proud of you.
Very clean
stuff.
Yeah, and even in the Dougal match, I feel like other than the death on that 0 food seed, I still feel like you played that very well.
I think there's 2 mistakes though. Well, the first one is not grabbing food on the ship, obviously, but I was thinking about grabbing food. Like the first, even before I saw the RP, I was like, there's a lava pool here and cows. I'm just gonna grab food. And then I just was doing the RP and just forgot. And then I like saw the cow walk into my screen.
Yeah, you were like in the portal and then went after the one
dude,
cow.
I didn't grab food. But then like, I don't know, it just depends on the seed. Like there was like just such a, well, I think even with low food, I still had a chance, but I just lost so much health to the that skeleton, and then I fell.
Yeah.
That's where I lost the most time and food. Like if I didn't, because I was full HP when I was first portaling, like I would have been fine. I would have gotten to the stronghold fine. I had enough HP to do that. It's just like I lost so much time to that. Like if any like strays before that drop, like I would have been out and it would have been fine.
Yeah, that's what's like. It's so weird trying to think about stuff like that because, like, you had what 2 steak from the cow, but you still did have that shipwreck food. Like, it was a sus stew.
Yeah, it was
that was like saturation,
but
yeah,
I
and then
wasted it.
and the flesh. Well, I mean, you can't know that it's saturation, but yeah. It's
and
just
then,
like, and obviously you don't want to eat like a blindness stew in the fort or like a weakness stew or something.
Yeah,
but it's so weird, like you said, because it's so seed dependent too. Like if the rates were better, your situation is just like way better. Or like if you have like one less stray shoot you in the fort, or like one less skeleton exist. Like or if like those 2 skeletons that were camping you, like it was actually crazy in the SSV.
Like
you
I
had to just sit there
a
and
magma
wait.
cube and the skeletons and wither skeletons in my places. Like they were all like 5x5, and it was like so much to deal with it. Like I was also like sort of nervous. I could have dealt with it better, but I think I played fine. And on the 3rd seed, what was it? I forgot.
It was just that like 0 food room portal, or that was the 4th seed.
No, that was the 4th seed. Wait, I noted the zone. On the 3rd seed, yeah, I also could have dealt with the strays better because it was SSV Fort housing that seed. And then I just didn't leave. I had enough eyes, but I didn't leave. I was like dealing with the more strays in the top spawner. I could have just left. I had enough rods by then, and that's just like minus 20 seconds, and Dugal just catches up to that. But like I think I would have been ahead if I just didn't stall for like 30-40 seconds, and also like losing food and health to those strays. Like it was just stupid. I just didn't pay attention to how much I have eyes. That was bad. But other than that, I feel like I played well. And the last seed, dude, I don't know how my pearl lands in lava. Like I choked this, like I chucked this shit so high up and it lands in lava. I was like so confused.
Yeah.
I didn't see how exactly you threw it. I just like, because you were looking at 2 screens at once. Like I'm looking at Dougal, and then I look back at you, and it, like you're in lava pearl, and then like I'm looking at the hearts. They're just like ticking down.
I could have saved it, but like I clicked the fire rest on my bar, and then I clicked it back, and then it was over.
It's always tough.
That spawner was like so high up, so I was trying to pearl really high. I don't know how I landed, and I landed like exactly like right below the lava level.
Yeah, you were on the fort. Yeah, like you died like looking at the nether bricks or whatever. But I mean, like you said though, you still had that mental bounce back, or like not like a bounce back, but like you kept the composure into the 3rd place match and played like very clean.
I've already been here. Like I've already lost the 3rd place match to being insanely tilted. Like that match versus Beef Salad was so funny. I think we didn't even get a sub 15 in that match or something. It was so bad.
Yeah, and all of these were like sub 11, sub 10s. Very, very impressive stuff. And you get to walk home with a 3rd place trophy on the profile, some prize money. It was very nice watching you play today. So thanks for
only
thanks for
2
coming to the booth.
seasons to get a trophy.
No, good job. That's hard. It's hard, and you
5 more, and I will be in
push through.
And then 5 more, and maybe I will win.
I believe in you. I believe in you. It's hype to see you get a placement finally. It's you've been. I feel like it's very impressive that you've been able to. You've had some frustrating results. Like I think you got 4th place once, right? And so I feel like being able to like push through that and just like keep grinding and staying on top. And I don't know. It's just awesome. I like seeing you finally getting a placement. That's super hype.
Can I do my prediction for finals?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hacks will take it.
Ooh, okay.
It's gonna be 3-1 Hacks.
It's a best of 7.
Oh wait, 4-1 then.
Okay.
4-1.
I forgot.
Okay.
We'll see. That's okay. We'll see if that's the case in just a few minutes. We're gonna start a little bit early, which is hype. Because they're just here. I'm pretty sure they're just playing. They're just playing casual mode against each other. Casual. Yeah, they're just playing. Like, let me see it. Hold on. They're just playing. They've played 3 casual games against each other, and Dougal won 2 of them. They're just playing casual mode.
Ooh, interesting.
Pax is in a
Interesting.
treasure bastion right now. Like they're just playing each other to practice. Very weird strategy.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I
That
mean,
is
Maybe it
very
helps both of
nervy.
them.
for
Yeah,
one
maybe
of
it does
them.
help with the nerves. You just try to go in there and think it's like normal matches.
Then if it helps both people with the nerves, then like one of them
It's
just
gonna be a
has
good
the
match.
advantage. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
It's just gonna be a good match.
Yeah, but will be very
Yeah.
exciting. Ral, thank you for joining us, and we
Thank
will
you
look
for
forward
having me.
to seeing you next season.
See ya.
So yeah.